All right, so you guys know about the challenge, the hours challenge. Well, I'm here for 39 nights, 300 hours. This is a challenge within the challenge. So today is Tuesday, August 29th. It starts the 10x tier multiplier promotion. For 4 days, we should be getting 10x. So instead of 17 tier credits per hour, should be getting 170 tier credits per hour. And Dakota asked in the comments of the other video, the 300 hours challenge video, why don't I ask someone in the casino if it applies to poker? Oh, I've done things like that before. When it comes to Caesars promotions, no one in the building ever knows. So you take every employee in Caesars Palace in Vegas, in Horseshoe Bally's in Vegas, in the Link in Vegas, in Planet Hollywood in Vegas, in Harrah's, in Cromwell, in Horseshoe Council Bluffs right here. Of every employee, make a list of all those employees, add me to that list. I know by far the most, and I'm not sure. So there's no one to ask. There is someone somewhere who created the promotion, someone in like a front office somewhere, or someone who did the software to make sure the tier credits get multiplied eventually. There is someone somewhere, no one you can see face to face in any of these buildings. So I know more than anyone else. I know for a fact it applies here. I got it in the email. They made an announcement over the PA system. There are signs up. I know it's applying here. I also hear it's applying in Vegas. And I am quite sure it is applying to poker because last year it did. Last year we had 1 day of 5x and it did apply to poker. And earlier this year in Vegas, in February, I happened to play Bally's a day where there was a 5x also, and it applied to poker. So it always applies to poker out here. It even looks like it is in Vegas now. So I'm playing a ton. Oh, I didn't even tell you the goal yet. The goal is 50, there's a squirrel, 55 hours in the next 4 days. And yeah, we open at 10 and close at 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's 15, so I don't think I could be there like every single minute. So I think 14 hours is solid. Friday doesn't really close. I mean, I think they keep the room open till 8 a.m. Saturday, and then they close for 2 hours and reopen at 10 a.m. Saturday. So Friday is really unlimited. So 55 hours over the next 4 days is the goal, and I will put out a video for each day. And when I'm done playing, probably no mid-session updates because can't bring my camera in. They search like every bag. I'm not gonna film in there, so I'm just gonna film in the parking lot, in the parking garage. But when I'm done playing, oh, it'll be a while from now. It's not even 10 a.m. yet. And I'll probably be talking back to the camera after like 2 a.m. in the parking garage. I'll let you know how many hours I get today, day 1. Okay, that was incredibly annoying. So you saw me, it was like, was it before I even left the house? I got here at around 10 a.m. Right now, it is about 2 a.m. So I got here at about 10 a.m. There was a tournament going, there was no cash game. So I just waited around 11:30. We got a cash game going. That car over there doesn't have a rear windshield. All right, got a cash game going at about 11:30, and a hand I played fairly early in the day, wish I had back, could have played the turn better. Probably, my action was probably the second best choice I had. Definitely should have taken the better option. It was a mistake on my part. What made it worse was the absolute last river card I ever wanted to see hit the board, made things more severe. Anyway, after a few hours I was down like 250. Well, I played over 14 hours, played 14 hours, 2 minutes by the way. Clawed my way back over those 14 hours, got to the point about 20 minutes ago where I was like plus 50 bucks. Alright, solid, especially considering what I was down. Not a bad result for day 1 of this 4-day challenge. Then played a hand, $600 pot from way ahead, all in on the turn, lost to a 2-outer. So basically lost back everything I clawed back, which would be annoying anyway, especially annoying at the end of a 14-hour day where I thought I actually got an okay result out of it after being down most of the night. But whatever, it happens. So 14 hours, 2 minutes, that's pretty good. If I go 14, 13, 13, that would be 40.
and that would leave, what am I trying to get, 55 hours? That would leave 15 on the final day, and on a Friday, games will go till like 8 a.m. So I just left. What I almost did was I don't think I've ever done this before, open the first table of the day in the room, and then close the final table. So I was dealt into the first hand of the first table at around 11:30 a.m. and I thought I would be dealt into the last hand, and we kind of started to break. I didn't leave because I lost that hand, as annoying as that was. We got down to short-handed. I left, and they're still four-handed, and I actually thought they were going to break any minute. If they still play four-handed, they're allowed. I left playing five-handed, so maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll open the first table and close the last table. And something else to note is, so I said earlier, like someone asked, why don't you just ask if the tier credit multiplier applies to poker? No one knows. If you took employees from here and employees in Vegas from Planet Hollywood, Harrah's, Caesars, Bally's, Cromwell, if you took 100 employees, all people from the cage, all supervisors, all managers, all people from the rewards desks, and you asked 100 people, I bet about 40 would say they don't know. I bet about 30 wouldn't know what you're talking about. And then I bet around 18 would say yes, whether or not they even understand the question or know the answer. And about 12 would say no, whether or not they understand the question or know the answer. There's two people in the world who know, basically, whether the multiplier applies to poker. There's whoever came up with the idea. That person knows, but that person didn't program the kiosks and Bravo and the poker tables and the computer system that's tracking everyone's play. So there's the person who came up with the idea, and then there is also the person who's in charge of programming the software, who says, okay, all the tier credits earned from 6 a.m. on August 29th through 6 a.m. on September 2nd, eventually multiply all that by 4. Those are the only two people who really know the answer to this. And no, I don't know who those people are. Those people, they're not people I could just walk up to in the Horseshoe Council Bluffs. So I know more than anyone. You ask me, why don't I ask someone in here? They know a lot less than I do. It's interesting, someone asked the supervisor in the poker room, like the number one guy in charge. He's above the floor. If you go onto Bravo, it's the guy whose name is right next to the phone number to call in. It says like poker room manager or supervisor or something like that. That's the guy. Someone asked him, does the multiplier apply to poker? He said no. He was like very matter of fact about it. I don't think he's misleading. I just think for some reason he thinks he's aware of the answer, and I don't think he is, because last year in Council Bluffs it did apply and everyone was saying no also. Earlier this year in Vegas it did apply, everyone was saying no. Also, someone is giving people wrong information in here, because everyone seems to think comps here are 50 cents an hour. I've heard a lot of players say it, I've heard a lot of dealers say it. It's like supposedly common knowledge around here that 1 hour of poker gets you 50 cents comps. I mean, I log into my account all the time. You know how often I'm in Caesars Properties hotel rooms. I'm looking at the hotel calendar all the time. But when you first log in, you see how many rewards credits you have. I'm aware that when I log in one night, I see how many rewards credits I have. I play 8 hours the next day, and then I log in the next morning to look at hotel rates again, and I'm aware that my rewards credits, my comps, went up $8, not $4. Like, we definitely, for years, since I moved here in 2017, we've been getting $1 an hour, not 50 cents. So there's just like, it's not like people are maliciously misleading others. There's just like a very much lack of accurate information around here. So we'll see. It's not 100% that this applies to poker, but in case it does, I need to take advantage and play all these hours. So I think I do a 55-hour challenge, and pretty good start to day one. Not monetarily, pretty annoying, but 14 hours, 2 minutes, the official time. I'll see everyone tomorrow. And remember, rice is a spoon food.